Hello everyone and welcome to the new campaign for Total War Warhammer 2 with the new DLC, the Queen and the Crone? Crone and the Queen? One of those two. This is going to be introducing the Regiments of Renown for the Dark Elves and for the High Elves, and it's also bringing back the Norskins.
My challenge?
So finally,
Undeniable.
8 months, I think after release, we finally get the Norskins back, so there they are. And including their Renown units. And then I think we're also getting the Bretonnian Renown units are back, and what am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Well, all those old Renown units are now back in the game. But anyway, for this campaign, we're going to be playing as the Shadow King here, or Shadow Prince, one of these two. Alith Anar. He is going to be one of the other new lords. The main focus is probably going to be Alariel, who is the Queen, and then the Crone would be Crone Hellborn. But we're going to go with this guy because he has some cool, unique mechanics for him and his armies. So let's go over here. So we have Suitable Climate Wasteland because he actually starts next to the Dark Elves and Marathi. So he's not on the main island at all. We have eliminating characters that are marked for death grants various rewards. So there are going to be enemy lords that are going to be marked. We want to hunt them down and we'll get bonuses for that. Global recruitment duration is -1 turn for all units in the global recruitment duration, so he can recruit anywhere. Camping movement range is +10% for all armies. For the Lord himself, ambush success is +25% for his army, and then upkeep for Shadow Walkers -50%. Starting units is going to be a Shadow Walker, which is one of the new units in the High Elf Arsenal. A pretty good Vanguard unit that is also going to come with Stalk, and you can see they have poison damage and a bonus versus infantry. They are pretty cool. You also have just a basic Spearman and then a Moon Dragon. Not the strongest of the dragons, but still nothing to balk at either. So we are going to jump in. I imagine there's going to be an opening thing with the old man like, Alith Anar, you are the something something. Dark elves suck, you should kill them. It's going to be something like that. But what's also really cool is that his basic stance, he's kind of like a beastman, which is unique for the High Elves, in that his basic stance of his army is going to have a chance to initiate ambushes automatically in a basic stance. And they can move through the Shadow Realms, which from what I understand, I haven't tested it yet, but from what I understand is it's going to be kind of like using the deep roots or the underground tunnels of the dwarves. You can get through terrain without any ambush chance at all. Like, no one can ambush you because only Alith Anar and his armies can enter this, like, Shadow Realm, which sounds really cool, too, especially for High Elves. So, kind of the main reason why I wanted to play him is because he's a little different from other High Elves.
Alith Anar, your hatred of the Dookie is beyond compare. Your very name strikes fear into their icy hearts, as it should. They are traitors all. In the West, they carry on, living their sadistic lives, ignorant that your vengeance nears. Soon they will fall foul of your blade or bow. Others, too, inhabit these cold mountains. Some are bestial and fueled by rage, while vermin bring forth plague and death.
Oh yeah, right, Stretch is up here.
For dominance of these frozen lands. Across the great ocean, Cain's servants threaten the heart of Ulthuan. They control a source of great power, one that, if claimed, can twist minds and bestow untold strength.
I don't remember this many Dark Elves being over here.
Alith Anar. Cut the heads from the Hydra, and with it, bring an end to this eternal war.
There's our introduction. Alright, Nagarith. Nagarith? Let me see. Nagarond. So this would be Nagarith. Nagarith, whatever. Alright, March for Death. Heads that wage war and destruction on Nagarith are valuable spoils indeed. Influence and rewards can be gained through their demise prior to new targets being set. Actually, here's our marked targets up there. The Shadow Realm allows Alith Anar and his armies to rapidly slip through otherwise impassable terrain on the campaign map with no chance of being intercepted by their enemies' defenses. Being masters of the surroundings, trickery, and deception, the armies of Nagarith can ambush their foes when in default army stance, which is huge. And then the Sword of Cain. The Sword of Cain is a blade of ancient and terrible power. Its bearer is granted prodigious strength in battle, yet stewardship of the sword can lead to civil unrest. Those in dire need of such power may seek out the weapon as a last resort on the island of the Shrine of Cain, but so too may those with more nefarious aims. And this is the Sword of Cain over there. New targets have been marked for death. They must be eliminated by any means possible. Each one has been selected with the intention of increasing Nagara's influence during this troubled time. Some of these targets may be neutral, far away, or seemingly insignificant, but the demise of each one will help to further Alith Anar's goals. Let's see. Occupy, loot, raise, or sack 4 different settlements. Very good. Alith Anar.
Alith Anar.
Alith, sorry. Alith Anar. There he is. So, let's look at our marked targets here. We have someone to the south of us. Okay, so that's the Skeggy. Got it. Someone to the north of us. Oh, the Bleak Holds, which is probably going to be the first people we attack. And then we have one of the Forgebound. Way up there. Alright, what do we get for this guy? We just get money and influence. I believe influence was used to do multiple things at court. Yeah, like we can improve relations or decrease relations. I didn't really mess too much with the influence stuff when I played High Elves before. And then if we kill you in any way, we get a lot of money, a lot of influence, and then we get diplomatic relations with High Elves and upkeep for all armies for 20 turns. Wow, that's a pretty powerful bonus. Holy crap. What else do we have here? So the Sword of Cain. Occupy the Shrine of Cain and construct the Shrine of the Widowmaker to unlock it. Sword currently is controlled by the Scourge of Cain, which is going to be these guys, I'm guessing? Yeah. Alright. We'll have to go over there at some point. I believe we only start with the one Lord.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
And with him comes those Shadow Walkers that we just talked about. But looking over his stats, he's pretty beefy. Not in the defense department, though, so he only has 40 armor there, but he has insane range on his bow, 30 ammunition, and his shots are mostly armor-piercing, which is really crazy. But on top of that, this guy has a special ability called Mislead, so for 3 different charges, he actually creates a clone of himself, well, an image, not actually a straight-up clone, because this image doesn't do damage. And I believe the image is going to not be able to be controlled by us. It's just going to do its own thing. But during this Mislead ability, he also grants Snipe, which means if he's shooting, he's no longer revealed when he fires. Now, normally, I don't even think he has Stalk. Yeah, so this also grants him Stalk as well. So he's not going to be able to be seen for these 47 seconds. He will be free to kind of run wherever he wants to. So that's a pretty cool and unique ability that this guy has. We also have the Stone of Midnight, which will grant himself and allies around him additional missile resistance. And then, of course, he has martial prowess like every other high elf. And he can fire while moving and Vanguard deployed. Oh, he also has a ward save of 4%. Interesting. I failed to notice that when I looked at him earlier. But yeah, so he is a Vanguarding Lord, which is something that is kind of rare in this game. I know the Beastmen have one. I think the Greenskins have a caster that can Vanguard, but like it's not a very common thing for leaders to be able to Vanguard. Let's see, looking at our home, we have a new building here, which is going to be the Asanar camp. So camping movement range is going to be minus 20% for armies starting in this region. Our heroes get a 25% boost. The enemy heroes get a negative. Our ambush chance goes way up, and defense chance for ambush goes way up as well. Speaking of that, we can look over some other buildings here too. So we have another new building up here that is going to house the new Sisters of Avalorn, which are very expensive archers, but they have armor-piercing damage as well as fire and magical ammunition, which can just counter so many things. This is a really good buff for the High Elves when I think they were still like one of the stronger factions in the game, competitive-wise, but this is really going to fill in a role that they kind of lacked. They didn't really have any ranged armor DPS, especially with magical and fire damage associated with it. But I believe in the just like quick battles, I think they're about 1,100 or so in cost. I know it only says their upkeep here. It doesn't say how much they cost to recruit, does it? They're pretty expensive. Then we also have the Handmaiden, which is going to be a hybrid hero that does archer. Can we just see her stats here? I don't know if they're loaded in yet. No, they're not loaded in yet. All right. Well, she can shoot a bow, and she also has, I believe, bonus versus large. She can also be put on a horse and a barded horse. So that could be potentially pretty powerful because she's kind of like the wood elf archer hero, but she can go on a horse, so she has a lot of mobility. So that's pretty cool. What else is new for them? We have the Shadow Warriors. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Shadow Walkers, and then Shadow Warriors are going to be over here. They are a, I believe, slightly weaker version of the Shadow Walkers. They don't have the poison damage nor the bonus versus infantry. There are more units to their models, though. But this is going to be another Vanguard and Stalking unit. So they kind of fulfill a similar role as the Shadow Walkers, but the Shadow Walkers have additional poison damage on their melee and range attacks. And I think their range is the same. Yeah, their range is the same, and that's about it. So you're kind of trading off unit model count, but they do also have higher damage on their bows. I kind of find it a little odd that there are two different units that are added that kind of do a very similar role, but you know, more the merrier, I guess. So that is our new buildings there and there. I don't believe there are any other new buildings added to the High Elves. I think it was just those two to incorporate the new units added to their roster, and then we'll get into their renown units later. I don't even know what their renown units do because I'm kind of saving it as a surprise for me, and I guess for you too. Alright, so we're going to spend this turn in recruitment, but there they are. We'll get to them in due time. Recruit units. We only have access to these two, so let's just get Shadow Warriors, I guess. They are more expensive on the initial cost, but again, because of Alith Anar's? Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. We have a minus 50% upkeep to their costs, and I believe that they are basically better. They do have less models, but we're probably just going to stack up on these. So we're going to get 3 of those, sit here for a couple of turns doing not much. We can check the diplomacy. Oh, that's not the diplomacy screen at all. Sorry. Check the diplomacy screen. Let's see. We are trading with Tiranoc.
At your service.
Cannot trade with you.
Defender of the Everqueen.
And then Illyrion.
I will receive your petition in the name of the Phoenix King. Misguided.
Okay, okay, that's fine. Not all high elves are supposed to be playing well together.
Noble of Nagaroth.
So far
Fear
we're going to
my
go after
malice.
Bleak Holds, take them out, and then we'll decide what to do after that.
Awaiting command.
I don't know if I want to go south, if you want to go straight for the Sword of Cain, because I'm just kind of curious what that does. I think we're good, because we can't really do any technology stuff until we get, it's particular buildings. So for military advancement, we will need the Rally Field, which we cannot currently build unless we take out a building, which we're not going to do. Maybe we'll just take out Bleakhold Fortress and then build it there or something. Alright, let's end the turn. But Alith Anar is a cool, unique hero. Or, sorry, Lord. Which again is why I wanted to play him. Just the ability to be able to ambush armies as just a neutral stance is crazy. That's what partly makes the Beastmen so cool. And now there's a High Elf faction that has that. Like, what? What? And they're all about the sneaky stalk and Vanguard deployment shenanigans. I don't really typically play around with Vanguard archers that much, so I'm going to try and force myself to do that. To try and play in a different way. Instead of just having, I don't know, the way I usually play. We're going to need to wait another turn. I don't think there's really much that has changed. Look at that map. Jeez. Oh, you know what? We should probably look at our victory conditions. That'll probably be pretty good. What do we got? We got that. Wait. Nagarith? This is part of Nagarith? No. Really? That seems weird. Iron Mountains far to the north. Titan Peaks. I'm assuming it's going to be mostly Dark Elf stuff. Or Druki. It is. Okay. And we need to destroy all of the Dark Elf factions. We need to control all this stuff. Corone? Oh, right. You need to get the capitals of all the different races. That's always kind of like, eh. At the very least, we'll deal with the Dark Elves, though. Let's go back to our territory. Oh, and also with this update, we get a new starting location for the Slayer King of the Dowie. I have not looked at that yet, though, because I kind of forgot that that happened. They also got the new unit, the Giant Slayers, but with armor piercing now, which is insane. Because, like, the normal Slayers are already pretty crazy. The only thing holding them back was their lack of, well, arrow defense and the fact that they weren't really focused on armor piercing. But now there's a version that has armor piercing, so it's like, oh god.
Shadow
There we go. We got our new Shadow Warriors. Let's go after Bleakhold Fortress. Honestly, I was hoping that their Lord would come down so that we could
Time for battle.
Kill them and get that bonus. Oh well, we'll come after them later. They do look really cool too. The thing that you always have to watch out for, though, with these types of Vanguard units that are archers are, you gotta watch out for the cav. Luckily, there is no cav here, so we don't really gotta worry about that, but that's something I want to look for.
Understood.
And there we go. Shadow Walkers. The Shadow Warriors have more like of a pointed helm, kind of like the Spearmen do. But yeah, they look pretty cool.
For the Shadowlands.
And there he is.
The skies are defended.
Pretty sweet. I don't believe he ever gets any kind of mount options, because that would be insane if he did.
Orders received. We will obey.
Alright, well, let's try some Vanguard shenanigans.
It will be done. For duty.
We'll do like a spread out build here.
It shall be done.
That's gonna be fine. Alright, let's start it. Let's summon our image.
My duty.
He's gonna just start firing automatically.
As you say.
Let's move up. Move up. And I believe this thing is just gonna move on its own.
Shadow dancer.
And right now we are stalking.
Oathwan, advance.
My god, look at his range though. That is insane. I didn't even need to be that close. Looks like the AI is not taking the bait though of the image. The thing is, since the image doesn't do damage, players are, if they're paying attention, they will know that that's not the real one.
Shadow march. Annihilate them. It will be done.
So our spears, I believe, have silver shields. They do, so they can take the punishment of I'm sorry, of these dark shards for a little bit.
Will be done. Alith Anar.
We got our dragon ready to spew down some fire on these bleak swords. Spearmen, just take the hits. You can block for a little while. Whew!
Acknowledge.
All right, charge.
Understood. Setting forth.
All right, other archers coming in range.
It shall be done.
Woo, that dragon damage, or fire damage. Actually, just go for the dark shards.
Archers. Moving out. My duty.
Go! High elves are so cool.
Shadow.
All right, we should probably deal with these spearmen though.
Yes.
Go focus on those.
It shall be done. It shall be done.
We'll switch their focus fire,
Acknowledged. Advance. Loyal.
and now fire on those.
Scion of Anarian. Alith Anar.
Kind of want to see him in melee too. I believe he does armor piercing in melee. Does he do that? Oh no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Just missiles. Yeah, there you go. Stab him. It always looks weird, the fast walk animation. They're just power walking. Alright, well that was an easy fight, but I mean, that was just a small garrison. But next we gotta go after their lord.
For the Sundered Lands!
We will...
This will fund the war effort.
Occupy.
My kindred's embrace.
Alright, let's level up.
Alith Anar.
What we got? Seeking arrows. Range is increased by 3%, which is insane. They already have a range of 300. Armor piercing missile damage plus 20%? Wow. Wow, wow. We got the... I think these are just generic... Yeah. Anything at the end? No, Renown and Fear, that's always been there. Oh, Dark in the Skies. Replaces Loose. Passive ability... Oh, it's a reload skill buff. And this is a better reload skill buff. Okay. Alright. And then we get Volley of Arrows. This is a magic missile attack, armor piercing damage, good penetration, effective at long range, and 3 charges. It's weird that an ability is actually a lower range than their basic attack. That's just kind of... That's kind of wild. No Rest for the Wicked. Camping movement range, 5%, and perfect vigor? Even when performing the most fatiguing actions, this unit never loses vigor. That's insane. So their stats will never take a hit. Because in this game, as you do things, you know, that people become winded, they do actually affect the stats, even though I don't believe they still show. Like, I really wish they did, so you know exactly what's happening in the battlefield, because when someone is winded, I think their armor, their melee attack, and their melee defense are technically dropping behind the scenes. But this means that he will never get tired. I guess maybe unless there's a spell that lowers your vigor that he gets hit with? That's nuts. Let's see. Gains Stalk at rank 8, because he doesn't have it by default, so that would actually be pretty good. Shadow King. All provinces get a public order boost. Replaces Mislead with Deadly Mislead. Oh! Gains an image that actually deals damage. 50%. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Also gains Slippery, which is not bad, especially for his class, or like what he does. Rank 10. Can gain Fear. That's pretty good. Ruthless. Buffs his Shadow Warriors and Shadow Walker units. Okay. Income from sacking and looting is increased. Okay. And buffs against the Dark Elves. Ambush chance goes up. That's really good. All armies faction-wide. Missile damage plus 6%. But diplomatic relations take a hit with the High Elves. Anar is willing to use any means to destroy his enemies. His vengeance has no limits. Okay. Alright, buddy. I like it. Win by any means necessary. I like it. Oh, I didn't actually take a level. Seeking Arrows. There we go. Alright, Commandments. We got the Untainted. I don't think these have changed. We'll probably just take the Growth. It's the beginning of the game. Though, you know, the Reaver Patrols, stacking with the, that Shadow Warrior building, that's kind of insane. But we'll still take the Growth for now. And what else? What do we got here? A militia camp? If we keep this and go to a rally field, we can get some military tech. Also, this gives us access to basic spears, which we only have 2 right now.
Not one Druki on Nagareth.
Let's grab at least 2 more. I mean, gee, like even the Shadow Walker's upkeep is just a little more expensive than a Spearman. So I don't really want to invest too much in Spearman. I think we just go crazy on the Shadow Walkers. I feel like we still need a base of Spearmen just to hold people in place. But then we just get insane amount of Shadow Walker. Because, like, why not? They're only slightly more expensive. And the Shadow Warriors, I guess I do want to show them off too, but they are more expensive than the Shadow Walkers. There are more units, so they are technically more durable, I guess? Kinda? Their melee defense is lower. But there is also 20 more of them. We'll delve into that, I guess, later. Alright, so no changes to the buildings. I think we are good to go.
Assyrian guides our hands.
We need to go after the Bleak Lord's Lord guy thing, you know. But I just like the feel of this faction. These are the assassins, the stealthy high elves. They feel kind of closer to wood elves. Just because when I think of wood elves, I think stealthy killers. The rest of the high elves are like, yes, we're in this shiny armor. We stand in front of everybody. Look at us. And these guys just like, nah, man, we strike from the shadows. We literally go to a place called the Shadow Realm. I think it's called the Shadow Realm. I may need to double check that. Alright, so we're still going to be recruiting. Let's grab another spearman. So that'll be 5 spearmen. 5 Shadow Warriors. Do we just get a basic archer on top of this? Because the thing is, overall, I believe their damage output's going to be higher simply because there are 30 additional models. Because that's something you got to look for, is that they may do less damage per unit, per model, I should say. But there's 30 more of them than there are of the Shadow Walkers. So yeah, they do more damage overall. So we'll just get another basic archer. That way we have another army up. Or all 3 of these will be done next turn. And then I think we try and move on to Hag Hall. We got to find this person, Exarian. Try and get all that money. Also, we're at -5 right now. Ugh. Not great. Not great. Wait, did I choose the wrong one? Oh, I did. Whoops. I was like, wait a minute, that's not what we're supposed to be on. Whoops. We'll see. Oops. We'll see if the high elves want to talk
Defender
to us.
of the I bid you welcome, traveler.
Is it increasing
What
or
would you
decreasing?
wish to discuss?
Just maintaining 0. Okay, well they're probably not going to sign this then.
I think not.
Alright. We're never going to make peace with the Druki because that's just the feeling I get from this guy. He's not about peace with Dark Elves. Kind of the exact opposite. I think this is the type of high elf that would maybe put Marathi's head on like a pike. And Malekith especially too. I think our greatest enemy in the early game is going to be what it always is, and that's going to be the Public Order. You know what? So much so that maybe we need to replace that military building. Be at war with the Sil-Ildra Tor. Leadership when fighting Dark Elves. Okay.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
Because if I leave here, that's going to be another -7. Like, we could choose not to tax it. We don't need to take that kind of measure quite yet.
I am ready.
But we do need to keep the pressure up. So let's see what we got here. So there we go. So stalking. Chance of ambushing any enemy this army attacks, which is just nuts. And use the Shadow Realm pathways. Immune to attrition. It's just so cool. What else we got? In camp, raiding, and ambush. Like, you don't even need ambush. Well, I mean, I guess you can still do ambush because you are technically hidden in this, but yeah. Let's just move normally.
Not one Druki on Nagareth.
Do we dare do full march? No.
Via land.
No.
There they are. Alright, so Dark Riders we may have to watch out for with our Shadow Walkers. Though we will be able to poison them and slow them down. And they're not the strongest of cav, but that still may be kind of scary. May need to have like our dragon watch out for us. This is also scary. Maybe I don't tax it. So I think we're going to be away for a little while. That's fine. We're going to need some kind of public order building in there, though. I don't remember what it is for the elves. But we'll find it. Hello? Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. More high elves, the better.
I will not entertain Druki scum in my presence.
A peace treaty? My dear Druki. Are you out your mind? Mission aborted? Oh, this person was killed. Well, okay then.
When Loic dances, so
Is this
shall I.
a walled city? Ah, it is.
Shadow King?
Maybe we take Ice Rock Gorge first?
There is only
Because I may need to
vengeance.
siege this down.
Ridiculous.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
Ah.
Fight them!
Let's just start now.
Now we strike!
We'll build some siege towers. What kind of force are we looking at? 4 Dark Riders in there? Blackguard Corsairs, Handbows, a bunch of basic people. Let's see. 34 and 30. So I think our Shadow Walkers have about that. Oh, 40 and 27. But they do have the bonus versus infantry, although I don't know what that bonus actually is. I should probably look at
To
that.
me, Shadow Warriors! From the shadows!
Let's continue the siege.
Fight them! Your king calls! It's war.
12! Bonus versus infantry of 12! Okay, so against other infantry, they are looking at a 52 melee attack. Wow. Wow. Okay. And of course, increased weapon strength too. That's not bad. And then on top of that, we have martial prowess. So they're gonna have a round of 40 melee, 39 melee defense, and a 54 against infantry for melee attack. And poison. Okay. Leacold Fortress, we will upgrade you. We probably want to try and rename these.
Time for battle!
Problem is, I don't really know high elf names, but maybe some of you do. And then we're going to want to try and get a handmaiden as quick as possible because they are the new hotness.
The people are resting!
Not going to be able to afford a new lord, unfortunately. If we're lucky, they'll attack us. They may attack us. Also, where are you going? I don't like what's going on here. We are so far from home. I'm not going to be able to stop that with our garrison. And they are attacking us. Okay. We do have a lot of people coming at us. That is a lot. Let's see, the male Dreadlord, they're called. They are the crossbows, right? The crossbow lord. So they should not have a shield. Listen, it's been a couple months since I played Warhammer, so some things are a little foggy. So we could probably focus them down with our lord. Also, the reinforcements are coming from over here. With all of our bows, we do not want to fire into a forest. How do you want to do this? Try and draw them in through this choke point, maybe? Position our army like this, and hopefully they come down the middle. Oh, we don't have a vanguard option here. Of course we don't. Unless we want to go over here, which we could. We'll just do some focus fire. God, your range is insane.
Archers!
Let's split you up.
We will obey!
Let's actually double stack you too.
Understood!
Nope, did not mean to do that.
We will obey! It will be done! Glory awaits! As you say, Old One! We will obey! Loyal! Death to all!
Kill them!
Warrior!
Yeah, that's exactly what we didn't want to happen.
Seal! We will obey. Understood. It shall be done. For the Shadowlands, it will be done.
Get in there, get in there.
Spearman, advance. As you say. No mercy. Warden of Shadow. For off one. Stalk.
Run, 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 run.
Moving out. As you say. Seal. For duty.
Run.
Now. It shall be done! Destroy! Assyrian guides us! We go! Azar, advance! We will obey! Forward! Moving out!
Go there. Pull away from those archers.
Understood! Sinath! Ancestors!
Alright, let's start focusing on the Lord.
Loyal! We will obey! For duty! As you say! Seal! Moving out! We will obey! The Shadow King!
I don't really think that's going to do much for us right now.
Loyal!
Just hold that choke point.
Spearman! As you say! As you say! It shall be done!
Keep them there.
As you say! Without
Start going to the center of the field. Beautiful damage, beautiful damage. Stay in the air for right now.
Onward! Understood! Onward! We advance! Acknowledged! Following orders! Spearman! For duty!
I'm gonna wait for you to get your breath back.
Orders received. To battle without fail. So be it.
I really want you to kill this guy.
It shall be done. Swiftly. Asa, attack. Acknowledged. Setting forth. March. We away. Spearman.
You go back up there.
Acknowledged.
You ready to do another breath attack here? Very nice, very nice.
Spearman.
Not entirely sure how you snuck by, but that's okay.
Orders received. A pace. A pace. Move.
God, we just cannot get an angle on that enemy lord. That's a lot of spears.
We will obey.
Alright, so they routed again.
Acknowledged. Loyal.
Put over our fire in just into the middle there.
Advance.
I really kind of want to just charge in here, but that's going to be maybe hard to get out of. Let's just go after the archers.
It shall be done. Apace. We go. For duty.
Move up. They are not going to last forever.
Spearman, as you say, for our ancestors. For Ulthuan.
Go, 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 go.
Curse all Druki. Shadow warriors, attack. Seal. We will obey. Advance. Forward. As you say.
Start moving over here.
I go.
Alright, just hit the dark shards.
We will
Are you going to
obey
be in reserves?
without fail. Lakoy.
Oh god, the amount of damage you're taking.
Orders received.
Alith, let's go over there. Let me see if we can maybe distract them with a,
I give
Oh. Oh god!
destroy them.
Oh, duck and move!
Understood. Scion of an area.
Right back around.
March. Advance.
Crash into those.
Utter. Forward. Acknowledged. Without fail. No mercy. It shall be done. By your command. It shall be done. For order.
Oh man, we may not have enough here.
Archers. Death to all. We go. It will be done. Make Ulthuan proud. Striking forth.
A dragon should be able to handle those in melee. We gotta focus on these other dark shards. I gotta get our warriors under the influence of the ranged defense.
Loyal. Setting forth. We go. Onward. Asa, move.
Take off your skirmish.
Orders received. We away. Alith Anar.
If we can engage these dark shards in melee, we got them for
Without
sure.
fail. Understood.
There we go. We're under the missile
As you
resistance.
say.
We'll put these archers over there as well.
Quickly now. Asa, forward. Move. For the Shadowlands. We will obey. Understood. We will obey. We away. Yes. Going forth.
Keep chasing those off.
Archers! We will obey. Asur, move! Apace! We will obey.
Actually, see if you can just engage
Spearmen, apace! Loyal!
those.
Without fail! Understood! Sinner! Move! Move! Shadow march! It shall be done! Nagareth! As you say! It will be done! Acknowledged!
Come on, get him off there. There we go.
Loyal! We advance! Forward! Annihilate them! Draw back!
Actually, do that.
We will obey! Onward! Spearmen! Onward!
Dragon's coming back, and with them we can get our terror.
Advance!
Keep that person engaged in melee.
For duty! As you say. Swiftly!
We should be able to wreck these in melee.
Advance!
The only people that have decent armor is going to be the
Quickly
Blackheart
now!
Corsairs.
Apace! Spearmen! It will be done. Orders received.
We use the dragon to take out the rest of them. Oh my god, there's still this huge pack over here.
Spearmen!
Hold!
It shall be done. As you say. Orders understood. The Shadow King. No mercy. For Ulthuan. By Asturian.
Alright, they're routing. It may be some time before they get back into combat. So let's just take this opportunity to get these guys routed.
Nagareth.
And we'll distract them maybe with this guy for a little bit.
Glory awaits.
Wow, those spears are holding to the bitter end.
Archers. We advance.
Alright, bypass.
Away. It shall be done. Death to all. Spearmen, draw back. For the king. Kill the... With me. Asur, withdraw.
Alright, so maybe they know that this is not the real one.
Understood. Asur, move.
Crap. They broke.
Alith Anar, attack! Pull back! Loyal! Acknowledged! March!
That dude should be out of ammo soon.
Acknowledged! It shall be done!
I think we kind of need to stay around our Lord for this next part.
For order! Weapons ready! For duty! Move! Draw back! We will obey! Purify!
We need to get these archers to start running. There we go. Keep that morale high, friends.
Ulthuan! Without fail! Apace!
God, we got 7 shadow walkers over there.
Archers!
Chase them!
Forward! To the fray! Assyrian guides us! Weapons ready! We go!
Chase them!
Alith Anar! For the Shadowlands! Loyal! As you say, it will be done! Alith Anar! Draw back!
Alright, we don't actually want you to catch them, though.
Orders received! Shadow Dancer! Tireless! As you say! We
They're out of ammo, so let's just go over here.
Assyrian willing! Asa attack! Glory awaits!
Chase them off.
Asur, withdraw!
No, 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 no.
For Assyrian!
Hold!
Cause of duty!
Come on, friends! Crap, our archers ended up routing.
Archers! Quickly now! We will obey! Swiftly! It shall be done! Apace! Forward! You're it there!
Come on, you beautiful dragon.
For duty! It will be done!
Beautiful dragon, come on!
Onward!
Terror out them!
Pull back! For duty! Loyal! The battle is on!
No, we can still do this, friends. We can still do this.
Loyal!
Rally to the Shadow King or whatever the hell his name is. Alright, they've shattered, they've shattered.
For Assyrian! Yes!
We'll let Anar go in there first. Actually, I don't want the dragon taking any more damage than they need to.
Destroy! Swiftly!
There we go.
My duty! It will be done! It will be done! For duty! Apace! March! Swiftly!
Try and get out of there, buddy.
Vengeance! Acknowledged! By Assyrian! Loyal! For duty! Forward! Onward! Move!
Try and minimize the damage of our archers.
Move! Let others die! Orders received!
Alright, actually no. Go in, go in, go in. He's alone.
For order! Order must be maintained! Shadow Dancer! Hope is fading! Cowards flee! Pull back! Defend us one! Defeat! Weaklings! Our allies
Come on.
flee! Oathward!
Yeah, get those spears out of there. If we can kill the leader, that's it.
Loyal! Our will is tested! Our allies are cowards! Our resolve is failing!
Get in there! Finish the blow! Finishing blow!
Alith Anar!
Crap. I can't get caught by those spears. But we gotta land a hit here.
Understood! March! For the Everqueen!
The problem is when there's a retreating lord like this and trying to do hit strikes from above, it mostly doesn't work. But if we can kill him, that's going to shatter their morale. Come on! They have little... There we go. So they're going to get on the morale penalty, and now we can probably chain route them. Let's get our terror over here.
It will be done!
Okay, okay, okay.
Without fail! Warrior!
Jesus, this fight. They should just terror, yeah. But let's try and weaken their numbers. We need them to shatter.
Only a fool would stay.
I cannot believe these two elf units have been just on the edge of breaking this entire time. We kind of need to keep them within the encouraging aura of Anar there.
As you say, onward, apace.
Shatter! Let's fast forward this, because we're kind of in the part where we don't need to marker manage as much. Shatter! Look at that power bar! Victory is within our grasp! There we go, they shattered. So if the Dark Shards are still alive, we need to send Alith ahead to take the shots, because he also has the missile resistance, because our other units cannot take hits. Problem is, if we get too far away from these units, they may just break. The leadership is at 10. Well, encouraging is what, 6? Lore nearby 3. Flank secure 5. They may be okay. But I cannot allow a dragon to take a hit.
Striking forth.
Where are those dark shards? Did they rout? Nope, no, they most definitely did not.
Warden of Shadow, attack! Going forth. Forward! Stalk! Onward!
Damn, the morale is stabilizing.
Destroy them! Tireless! Advance! Shadow march! Advance! Agreed! Onward! Forward! With me!
No,
I
no, no.
give the orders. As you say, advance! Going forth! Advance! Shadow warrior!
We need to route these first. Alright, that's acceptable. Alright, they shattered. Yes! Whoa, whoa. Okay. From the brink. From the brink. Oh. Shadow Walker's doing some work. The king doing some work. And our dragon doing some work. Alright, we were severely outnumbered. But we did it. Oh. That was kind of insane. The terrifying mask of E. Well, there we go. Fear and terror on our shadow guy. That's pretty good. Let's do replenishment.
The Shadow King rises.
Oh yeah, right. We got one of our marks. So we got some money and influence. Negative growth in Bleakhold Fortress.
Naggareth vengeance.
Woo, what do we got? Weapon strength, and when fighting Dark Elves, ammunition and reload time. Do ammunition and reload time.
Now we strike.
Oh, but we still have to actually take it, and they got a new lord. We may have to...
Time for battle.
Well, we're probably going to take this out next episode. I just don't know if I'm going to assault it Or see if they'll assault me again. I believe we can win if we assault it, but I don't want to take the free damage from their towers.
Your king calls. It's war.
We'll see. We'll see. That was a brutal fight. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you all in the next episode. Take care.